everybody? My name is Evan Thompson. I'm going to be reading you guys a story that ties into a Bible scripture. So this is the story. A man was pitching his way up a mountain. It was nighttime. All of a sudden, he fell. And he was dangling from the very mountain that he was hiking up. He prayed and asked God to save him. And God responded, "He will." But he said, "You must cut the rope." And the man said, "No way, that's way too dangerous." And this was going back and forth for quite some time until finally, the man finally did cut the rope and he fell flat on his butt on the floor because he was only 2 feet from above the ground. A question I asked is, how come the man was so terrified to trust in the one whom he asked to be saved from? I'm reading you 2 scriptures. This is Hebrews 11, verse 6. And it simply states, "And without faith, it is impossible to please God. For whoever would draw near to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him." And then 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 states that we walk by faith and not by sight. Now let's start in Hebrews 11. Faith is not just some emotional word. It's not just something you just want to hope for. No. In order to have faith, whatever you're having faith in, it had to eventually prove to you that it was worthy of your trust, worthy of your life even. It says simply here in this passage that it's impossible to make God pleased with you if you don't believe he exists. Because if you believe he exists, then your actions, what you do, should replicate and testify that you believe God exists. And on top of that because you know God exists, because you acknowledge that fact and live like that he's a rewarder for those who seek. So you will get what you find from the Lord. So when we walk by faith and not by sight, it's not just some intellectual knowledge. No, it's intellectual knowledge accompanied by action that proves your faith to be genuine and worthy. The man's issue was that he had a lack of trust in God. He acknowledged with his lips and with his mind God exists and he's real and he can help me, but his heart failed to trust him completely at first. And so what I would encourage you guys to do is pray. If you're lacking faith, pray about it. Ask God. Get in the scriptures with yourself and with a brother and stop doubting. Because God will never fail you. Scripture talks about those who trust in the Lord, they will never be disgraced.